Welcome to lesson 66 of course 2. In this lesson, we're going to deal with ratio problems that involve totals. So it's like proportions, but we're going to add one more box. We're going to use ratio boxes to organize the data in ratio problems involving totals, and we're going to use proportions to solve ratio word problems involving totals. So let's get a look at this. It's nothing new. If you understand, if you're good at what we've done so far, you'll be fine at this. So some ratio problems, they involve more than just this top half, right? So for example, here you've got the ratio of boys to girls is 5 to 4. So you know how to set that up. You put your 5 by the boys and the 4 by the girls. And then normally you'll say there's this many boys, so how many girls were there? Or there's this many girls, how many boys were there? Well, in this case here, it doesn't tell us that. It wants to know, it says that if there's 180 students total, then how many girls were there? So we begin by creating this box, but this time we're going to add this third box down here. So we got a place to put our 180, and then the 5 matches up with the boys, the 4 matches up with the girls, the 180 matches up with the total ratio. 5 plus 4 equals 9. So the total ratio is 9, and that's important that you understand that. So when we look at this, they want to know how many girls there were. So we can go ahead and take these two boxes right here and go ahead and do our proportions now. Now you do your cross multiplying, right? 4 times 180 is 720, and then you can divide it by 9. So here where we got this, divide this by 9, that leaves us G. Divide that by 9, it leaves us 80. So we know that our girls are 80. So knowing that, how many boys were there? That's right, there were 100 boys. And that would finish up our box if they wanted to know both. Usually they just want to know one of them. So it's not anything really new, anything difficult. You're just adding that additional box. You just got to think it through. So let's try to think one through. So the ratio of football players to soccer players in the room was 5 to 7. If the football and soccer players in the room total 48, how many were football players? And then later on, I want you to tell me how many were soccer players also. So go ahead, work this. All right, so you've got your answer. Now let me show you how I would do it. I'd start by making an F for football players and an S for soccer players. So I got football players and soccer players. And the ratio is 5, so I know that goes with the football players. And 7, because that came second, that goes to soccer because it came second. If they're football players, and then it said there are 48 total. So there's my third box right there. All right. So football players, soccer players. So I've probably done it, additional here. I don't need that, but that's okay. I like to do it that way. Now I've got to have my total. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 is total. Now it says how many were football players. So I need to find football players. So I need this box here, and I need this box here. So if I could just take a little mini thing of that and go 5F over 1248. Then I cross multiply and then divide by 12. I don't even have to worry about this right now. I can just do it just like that. And when I do that, when I do 5 times 48, I get 240, and I divide by 12, I get 20. So I know that my football players up here are 20. And now that I know they're 20, then I can take 48 minus 20 and know that my soccer players are how many? 28. Okay, so let me clear that screen so you can just kind of see a little bit better. All right, so again, because my answer I'm looking for is right here, I can go ahead and go all the way down there and use these and just ignore these for now. All right, so 5 times 48 divided by 12 to solve for F, and I get 20. And let me just back it up one more time. And if they said how many were soccer players, then we'd do 7 times 48 divided by 12, and we'd get 28 would be our answer. It's I think you guys can get it. You know, it'll get harder as we go, but it's the same thing you've already know. It's proportions. It's just added another box. All right. If you have any questions, bring them tomorrow. Here's your tickets in the door. Do these. Submit these to me tonight. Write down your questions, and we'll do the homework in class. Thank you.